This happened years ago when I visited my family for summer break. I live in Miami, Florida, and my family is residing in Washington. Just a little background. I'm 22 at that time and working as a secretary in a firm industry, which is the reason why I don't have time to travel in the morning. I decided to travel on Friday night so I could reach home around Sunday in the evening. Also, this isn't the first time I drive at night, so I never overthink about anything. The sun was already sinking low when I realized I'd made a mistake. My gas light flickered on with a soft chime, and there wasn't a town sign in sight. I cursed as I gripping the steering wheel a little tighter. The road stretched on, lined with wheat fields and slouching barns, golden in the dying light. I'm starting to question my life decisions when I spotted the faded sign of a gasoline station. Relief washed over me. I pulled into the cracked lot. The place looked half forgotten, with peeling paint and a lazy fly buzzing near the pump. Still, I stepped out, swiped my card, and began fueling. I was just minding my own business when I heard the crunch of gravel behind me. Another car, sleek, dark, clearly not from around here, pulled in. A man stepped out, maybe late 20s, tall and dressed well. I immediately scanned his hand. No ring. As a woman who mostly just goes to work and straight home, I thought at time, there's no way I will have another chance to meet a gentleman this late thus. I said hi. Glanced at me and smiled, casual and warm. Evenin', he said. I gave him a polite nod. Hey, didn't think I'd see anyone else out here. Same. He looked around. Kinda feels like the world stops just past the last turn, doesn't it? I laughed, just a little, and that seemed to relax him. We chatted for maybe a minute. Names weren't exchanged, just small talk, weather, roads, how the pump was slow. Then, just like that, he smiled again, gave a slight wave, and headed into the station. I finished filling up, watching him disappear inside. I don't know why I kept watching, but at that moment, something about him felt off. I finished filling off and started my car immediately, but when I pulled away, I checked my rearview mirror twice. I saw him looking at me. I started to shrug it off, thinking maybe it was a coincidence, but 5 minutes passed. I saw his car following me. I don't react at first. Maybe I was being paranoid. Maybe he really was just driving in the same direction. But 10 minutes passed, then 15. Every turn I made, he made. Every dip in the road, every long stretch through the trees, his headlights stayed behind me, steady, quiet, too controlled. My chest tightened. I pressed the gas harder. I didn't care if I was going over the limit anymore. I just needed distance, needed to know I wasn't being followed. Finally, after a few minutes of sharp turn and a few side roads I didn't recognize, his headlights were gone. I don't know how many God I thank when I don't see his car anymore. It's already 7 p.m., and I'm also tired. I kept driving, but my knuckles were white on the wheel. The sky had gone black. My body was tense, and the adrenaline had started to wear off, leaving a headache and a deep exhaustion in its place. I don't know if it's because of work earlier or because of the man that followed me. I decided to find a motel nearby to sleep. I didn't book a hotel way back because I never thought I would have to sleep this early. Luckily, after 30 minutes, I spotted a sign of a motel. I immediately parked my car and stepped outside. The motel looked like it hadn't seen maintenance, or a good night's sleep, in decades. But since I'm tired that day, I thought it would be all right. The office, when you entered, smelled like old smoke and bleach. The man behind the counter didn't smile. I paid in cash and took the key to room 6. The room wasn't any better, as expected for a motel that has this look. Stained carpet, buzzing overhead light, a bed that creaked when I sat down. But I didn't care. I locked the door, slid the chain across, and sat with my back against it for a while. I don't know what got to me, but I checked the window to see outside. My stomach dropped. Few steps from my car was his car. Same make, same color, same dark windows. He hadn't lost me. He'd just waited. I let the curtain fall. My heart beats like it was running a marathon. I stayed there for a few seconds until I heard 3 slow knocks on the door. Not loud, just deliberate. I froze, another knock, and then silence. I backed away, hands shaking as I fumbled for my phone. The signal was weak, but I called the emergency hotline. My eyes stayed locked on the door. The chain was still in place. The lock was held, but my breath was shallow and my legs were ice. Finally, someone answered. The operator asked what my emergency was. I whispered fast what was happening as my eyes still glued to the door. There was a pause. Then the dispatcher's voice turned sharp as he told me to stay where I am, and he is sending someone. I didn't hang up as I sank onto the bed, phone clutched to my chest, heart thudding like it wanted to break free. Outside, the parking lot was quiet again. Too quiet. 5 minutes later, I heard the siren voice of a police car. I stayed where I was until I heard officers knocking gently before calling out, "Police." I opened the door, and 2 uniformed men stood there, faces tense. I let them in, still shaken. They scanned the place, but when they found nothing, they asked me to come with them when we got outside. I noticed that the guy's car was missing. The officer also assured me that they only see my car when they got there. But the most shocking thing is, they told me that the motel I'm staying in has been shut down 2 weeks ago. It's been abandoned since. I tried to explain about the man at the front desk that gave me the key, but they assured me that they searched the whole motel and there's no one else there. No staff, no guests. I burst out in tears after I heard those words. They both offered to find me a nearby hotel, but I refused and just asked them to bring me to the police station, where I can wait for my brother to pick me up. I'm 27 now. I'm not living in Florida anymore. But what happened that night will forever be the creepiest experience I have.